Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television and we do a few reality shows on the side. And one of the daytime TV shows that we're doing is Young and the Restless, and I actually had already filmed my Sudsy Recap for General Hospital. Normally I do that after I do Young and the Restless, but I've actually already shot my General Hospital Sudsy Recap, so sorry about that. You guys won't notice because I'll be uploading the Young and the Restless one before then, but wow, that's an oversight. So I'm going to go into more detail about this when I go into my next video, but I'm actually staying at the Polynesian Resort in Orlando, Florida, and it is fucking incredible. It is beautiful. Everything about it. There's this fierce painting. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of cool. I love that painting. It's awesome. But you know what's interesting about this painting? Wait, let's see if I can show you. So about this painting, so as you can see, the top of the sky is blue and the bottom is dark, which actually leads me to believe that this is sunrise as opposed to sunset, because it looks like it's a sunset, but if you look at the top of the sky, it looks blue, so it might be a sunrise instead. So, interesting, right? One of those little things that... And I got a fierce lei when I checked in. I know, I wish it was by someone hot, but it was actually one of these leis. It was so cute. I would be actually doing this out on the porch, actually, if I could. But it's dark out right now, so it wouldn't be good lighting. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Young and the Restless. Hold on. I'm going to have a little bit of my... Rosita Margarita. Delicious. Okay. So, Young and the Restless. I'm going to leave this lei on, because that way I'll know that I'm talking about Young and the Restless, because the General Hospital one I didn't have the lei on. Young and the Restless this week. Okay, so first of all, Kyle is back. Kyle Abbott is back. And, you know, inexplicably, I mean, he's got an explanation, but it's a little bit flimsy, if you ask me. He's got an axe to grind against Jack. Because Jack wasn't always there when he was growing up, or whatever, I don't know. But the reality is, excuse me, Jack wasn't there for chemo either. Like, let's keep it real. Jack has more than one son. He's got two sons. He's got Kyle and he's got Chemo. And Chemo's mother, Luann, is, you know, running the, I think it's the Vietnamese restaurant in town. So, I mean, I need to at least hear Chemo being mentioned at least once. Like, if Jack has another son out there, which he does, he needs to sort of mention it. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's like, okay, but, you know, Jack gets arrested for Victor's tumble down the stairs, which has left him in a coma. Now, what's funny is that everyone was like, Eric Braeden was leaving the show. He's not leaving the show. Are you fucking kidding me? Victor Newman's gonna leave Young and the Restless? Never in a billion years. He does a great job, and the show needs him, and they have a great symbiotic relationship. I don't think they would ever get rid of him, and I don't think he should, because he does a fucking great job. And, okay, I've got to say this. I live for his Twitter. I'm not going to lie. Eric Braeden's Twitter is totally giving me life. It is fantastic. It's pretty fierce. And what's funny is that, you know, you expect him to be a certain way because of the character that he plays on screen, and he totally isn't, which shows what a good actor he is. And it just cracks me up. I love it. I love everything about it because he's very outspoken on Twitter, and I think you totally wouldn't expect that. I love it. I love everything about it. I hope you continue on Twitter, Eric Braeden. I think you are fantastic. And you know what? I actually bought your book, I'll Be Damned. I bought that book at the Young and the Restless, Bold and Beautiful fan event, hoping you would sign it, but it just got too late and I didn't get to get in your line, because your line was fucking long. Like, your line was long, which is understandable. I mean, you're Victor Newman. But at the same time, it was like, I'd rather meet like 6 other people with shorter lines than... But I promise you, I will have you sign this book, because I got the hardcover edition, so I will have you sign that book if it kills me. And Nikki has sort of taken a break from Arturo at the moment, because, Victor's in the hospital. So while, and Nick has found out about Nikki and Arturo, and he is actually, he's kind of understanding about her whole situation, which is refreshing, right? JT, they brought back Mac and Raul and Brittany and Julia. Now they brought back Julia for Victor, because she was in town because her son or her daughter or whoever who's in charge of her business needed her, so she came back to town, and so she stops in to see Victor, and Nikki's like, oh my God, Julia, it's so good to see you, and, her and Nikki actually got along really well, and Nick and Victoria introduced, and Abby introduced themselves to, Julia, and Julia was like, I was around back then. And what's fierce, now this is a good nod to history, what's fierce is that Ashley Abbott, who was also there, said, yes, I was there back then too. And she was. Eileen Davidson, the actress that plays Ashley, she was the Ashley that was back then. So I give her props, because that's well, and I give the writing team props, because that is a good nod to history. It really is. It was a good job. And then they brought back everyone else for the whole Walnut Grove reunion. Luckily, I think Mac is staying around for a little bit. So that's good, because I need to see why is Mac the way that she is, and hopefully have her provide a little bit of insight as to why JT has turned into what he's turned into. Because a lot of people, I'm not going to lie, they've been turned off because they feel like the character of JT has kind of been murdered. And figuratively speaking. And in a way, he kind of has. He's definitely not the same JT. But I am hopeful, and I am waiting to see if the show acknowledges that, and we figure that out somehow. Like, Mac tells us why he is the way that he is. I mean, she has said some bullshit excuse about how he's had a lot of bad things happen in his life, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is a lot of people have bad things in their life happen. Okay, so this will be the one time I'm veering off topic. So I went to this meeting at the Project Management Institute with a bunch of other project managers from various industries, lots of different industries. It was actually very fascinating. It was the best, actually, and the food was so good. It was really good. Like, I totally shoved my face full of food because it was so good. I couldn't help myself. Whatever, I could kill us. Anyways. And after the main speaker finished, and he asked if anyone else had anything that they would like to say, and I raised my hand. And I said, I take a pole dancing class here in Las Vegas, and there is a chick who is in class who is one of the most incredible pole dancers I have ever seen ever. The tricks that she throws are outstanding. And she has one arm. Now, I could look at this like I will never be that good, and I could easily look at it that way and never come back to class ever again and just totally give up pole dancing. But I'm choosing to look at it as, okay, if this bitch can do it, I can do it. right? Because I've got 2 arms that work. What's my fucking excuse? I don't have an excuse. She's got 1 arm and she's kicking my ass, right? So I might take a while to get there, but I will get there. So it's one of those things where it's all on how you look at things. Sometimes you've got to take yourself out of the box and look at the equation a little bit differently. And that was actually really popular amongst the people at the meeting. It was like really hugely popular. So that's why I'm trying to have, I know that sounds like that was way off topic, but it comes back to Young and the Restless. That's why I have a sort of positive attitude about Young and the Restless, because, you know, I'm choosing to look at it as, first of all, you know, Young and the Restless actually is really good. They've been really, really good. Like, you know, I hate to see, I think that there is a little bit of a misstep with JT, but I think the Dina storyline, the Dina Mergeron storyline with her and Alzheimer's is, I'm sorry, it's way better than the one on General Hospital. And don't get me wrong, Max Gale is an incredible actor. So is Maurice Bernard and Laura Wright, actually. I mean, everyone involved in that storyline is so good. But the thing is, they have played this story out a lot longer with Dina, and it's a lot more realistic and a lot more true to life. And Marla Adams, I mean, hello, she's nominated for a fucking Daytime Emmy. Actually, Z Formation. There we go. She's so fierce. She's so fierce. So I really love that storyline. So, you know, I think that that's great. I think that storyline is fantastic. So I don't think you should throw the baby out with the bathwater. You know what I mean? Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can hashtag YR to talk Young and the Restless, or you can also hashtag GH to talk General Hospital, which I'll be doing after I upload this video. And you can hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every single day. Or you can also look around that YouTube channel for my Storytime series, because my last episode of Storytime, episode 2, it hasn't gotten as many hits as Storytime 1. So, and Storytime 3 is going to be in Japanese. So maybe I'll get more viewers because I'll have lots of Japanese people tuning in, but I don't know. I'm a little nervous. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Mahalo. Wubba wubba wubba.